Introducing Anthroposophy, the work of Rudolf Steiner. These teachings are Christ and love-based. Unconditional love of all beings and devotion to Christ are the first steps. This video is intended for advanced students of Anthroposophy. Every year we do these meditations and exercises at this time, knowing the door to unlock higher faculties is open.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody, on this winter solstice day, the shortest day of the year, in which, as we learn in ancient times, in the Celtic lands, the Druid would go into their underground dolmens and they would look for the sun at the midnight hour. And so we too, in our new way, are looking for the birth of the sun in the human spirit, that which lifts us beyond being just creations of the divine world to the point where we are growing now to become co-creators with God for the future.
The Christmas Meditation. During the Christmas meditation, meditate on the victory of the sun, light, over darkness, inner peace, and peace on earth, and that the higher divine sun-like self will have victory over the darkness of the lower self. The Christmas festival of the Holy Night is a sun festival at winter solstice, when the sun is furthest. Just as there is a physical sun, there is also a spiritual sun, the Christos. The Christmas festival of the Holy Night is celebrated by initiates who are ready for the awakening of the higher self within them. We give birth to Christ within us, and this is the true meaning of being born again, taught by Jesus in the Gospels. Prior to midnight on December 24th, a meditation in darkness about eternal truths. In the midnight hour of the Holy Night, tones, music of spheres fill heart with devotion. Faint light begins to glimmer from an illumined disk representing the earth, growing darker and darker until finally it was black. At the same time, the surrounding space grew brighter. The sun is hidden. Next, ring upon ring of rainbow colors appeared around the earth disk. The radiant iris. A violet-reddish orb became visible in which the word Christos was inscribed. This is seeing the sun at midnight. And the initiate, when they're at the right stage of development, will see the sun through the earth with new spiritual vision. Behold the sun at the midnight hour, build with stones in the lifeless ground. Thus in decay and in the night of death, find the creation's new beginning, young morning's strength, glory in the heights, the eternal world of gods, shelter in the depths, the powers of peace and darkness dwelling, create a sun in matter, weaving, know the joy of spirit. December 25th is the celebration of the birth of the human Jesus. The 12 Holy Nights are from December 24th through January 6th, the Epiphany. The Festival of the Three Kings takes place on January 6th, when the wise Magi brought the infant Jesus gifts. One wise man was white, one black, and one was Asian, each bearing a unique gift. Later on, January 6 would also be the date that John baptized Jesus, and Jesus received the Christ Spirit. During the 12 Holy Nights, we withdraw from the outer distractions of the world and focus inward on the things I just described. It's also recommended to read one chapter of the Gospels each day, as well as your daily eurythmy exercise. And you can learn eurythmy from Cynthia Hoven. I'll leave links for her website and her YouTube channel in the description, as well as links for the Rudolf Steiner Press audio and Dale Brumsfeld YouTube channels, where you can learn a lot more. This isn't remote viewing. You can't remote view the Akashic records. You can't remote view the sun at midnight. Remote viewing was a government program where the military paid Ingo Swann to teach stuff that can only be developed spiritually, without actually developing spiritually. And so remote viewing was a failure. It isn't accurate, reliable, or healthy. I refer to remote viewing as a materialistic attempt at spiritual vision. In closing, I would like to read something from Cynthia Hoven, the leading teacher of eurythmy and anthroposophy and Rosicrucian initiation. It's entitled Winter Solstice, and I'm only going to read part of it. It's pretty long. Winter solstice, the sun at the midnight hour. The spiritual teachers of ancient cultures, priests and priestesses alike, acted as guardians of the wisdom of the seasons. They were responsible for marking the 2 solstices and 2 equinoxes through ceremonies and monuments. It was who erected the massive stone monuments in alignment with the declination of the sun to mark these 4 turning points. The mystery of the midwinter was called learning to behold the sun at the midnight hour. We know from the Celtic mysteries that on the long night of the solstice, the teachers and their students entered into caves or hollows. They used the solstice to find spiritual light. This is called finding the sun at the midnight hour. The midnight hour also happens each night when we go to sleep. At the deepest point each night, we are moving through the highest spiritual realities. Those who have attained the ability to perceive the source of their own I Am as the cosmic I Am will be awake even at night. There they will behold the sun at the midnight hour. This is the same sun that the initiates seek at the midwinter solstice. And that was from Cynthia Hoven. And I have talked in previous videos about beginning stages of clairvoyance, improved discernment, clairaudience, and lucid dreaming are all early stages of clairvoyance. And so we talked about 2 ways to see the sun at midnight. Dale Brumsfeld, reading the work of Rudolf Steiner, talks about the birth of the higher self and the moment when the initiate fully awakens to full clairvoyant spiritual vision. Of course, this level of development can take a lifetime, but then Cynthia Hoven spoke to students who haven't fully awoken to their higher self yet, but they have lucid dreaming, and they are aware that they are dreaming. And anyone that experienced that, it's pretty neat. You can fly around and you really feel like you have almost a dual citizenship between 2 worlds. This is also seeing the sun at midnight. May peace be on earth through the divine light.